Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful round here at the Degenerate Racing League. We are officially starting soon, and the drivers have already got to starting their qualifying session. But before we get any further, let's take a look at the calendar. And the calendar is at Barcelona, Donington Park, COTA, Indianapolis, Brands Hatch, Hungaroring. We've been there, done that. Now we've done the 24 hours of Nürburgring after a 1 week break. Now we're at Spa, Kyalami in the rain next week, next Wednesday, same time, same place. Suzuka, Watkins Glen, and the Red Bull Ring rounding it out before our winter break. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate all the love and support you guys are able to give. Let's talk about the standings very briefly before we get into the qualifying session, or while we get into the qualifying session, I should say. Right now in the Pro Division, Neil Kerbel leads the championship with 145 to his name. Mike Bowen with 133. 128 is going to be for Oliver Sogren. Daniel Hirsch in 4th place, Cooper Atherton in 5th place, Burt Macklin in 6th, Spencer Braun in 7th, Mitch Nyardi in 8th, and 9th for Joshua Rodriguez, 10th for Eric Gakassian. That's for the Pro Division, of course. In the Pro-Am Division, we have a different story. Shooter McGavin is leading the charge with 174 to his name. Evans Vogue with 2nd place with 156. 128 for Kevin Palaniuk, Sean Ches, Don Frostman, Jason Hayes, Grant Sahara, Russell Stanford, Alan Young, and Senior Chirugo are rounding out the 10th spots. And for the amateurs, we've got Brad Smith with 163, tied with Nelson Hernandez with 163 points. Drop rounds cannot be made for Brad Smith any longer as he's already consumed 2, so Nelson Hernandez can potentially take the lead of this championship at this very race. Wes Romery is in 3rd with 142. Jay Paisa in 4th place. John Malott in 5th. Tyler Morgan in 6th. Buggy Watt in 7th. James May, Ricky Bobby, Don Donovan, and Braden Breeze round out the amateurs. Right now, Mike Bowen leading the charge with a 2:17.877. He's got the purple lap right now compared to everybody else out on track. And of course, we have a split qualifying here. We have Group A and then Group B. So all of the white plates will be going out first, and half of the Pro-Ams will be going out to Group A. And then Group B will be the amateurs and half of the Pro-Ams as well. Here's Mike Bowen doing things in the Bilstein 720S Evo. 2:17.8. Where is Mike Bowen in this championship in the pro category? Mike Bowen is in 2nd place right now, only 12 points behind Neil Kerbel right now. What's going on, Big Bert? Thank you very much for being out here. Thank you very much for the love and support. Hopefully you can collect some channel points. Exclamation point clip some stuff, should you so see it fit. Make sure we have auto camera on. Neil Kerbel driving a GTR coming around turn 1, La Source right now. And he just set a 2:18.047. Not good enough for a pole right now. Oliver Sogren, Pip's pole right now with a 2:17.265. The guy is an absolute alien, leading Mike Bowen by just a smidgen right now, 0.6 in front of him. Neil Kerbel's in 3rd, Cooper Atherton in 4th, Daniel Hirsch is in 5th, Bradley Cooper, Norris Yu, Joshua Rodriguez, and then Spencer Braun. Shooter McGavin dips his toe into the pie right now with a 2:19.7. 2:20 for Jason Hayes, Frank Castle, Grant Zahara. Spencer Braun jumps up into 10th place right now. Joshua Rodriguez, Norris Yu, Bradley Cooper. There's your 7 through 10. Daniel Hirsch putting on a little drift show right there through Radeon. He's got a little squirrely coming over the curbs right there. His car might be bottoming out over those curbs, which isn't too great for his cause, because if you go a little too deep and wide, you can't have the car bottom out for success there. The Hirsch Motorsports team partnered up with his brother, Daniel Hirsch, I would imagine. Running 6th and 7th right now, 2:18.5 and a 2:18.5. Both of those brothers doing almost identical lap times, just a 100th off of each other right now. Philip Suazo out there improving by 0.2, but Joshua Rodriguez is the one putting on a show. He's improved by 0.8 overall. Let's see where he is out on track. He's coming through campus right now. And into Stavlot. He's got 0.9 to his name. This could potentially put him in easily into the top 10 if he holds it together right now. We've seen Joshua Rodriguez have some great battles over the season so far. I'd love to see him in that Banzai car do a little bit more battling here this night. Cooper Atherton improving by 0.4 and Iardi improving by 0.2 right now. All the best of the rest, basically. Trying to do the best they can to break into the 2:17s right now. Cooper Atherton actually might do it. He's got about half a second in his pocket right now. He's losing a 10th here or there. Joshua Rodriguez getting to the line. Let's see what he can produce. He loses quite a bit of time getting to the line. He only goes into 10th place for himself. Cooper Atherton leapfrogs Mike Bowen. Mike Bowen goes backward. Cooper Atherton inherits 2nd place with a 2:17.830. I'm hoping to see someone break into the 2:16s. That would be a sight for sore eyes. That'd be awfully crazy here tonight. Daniel Hirsch's car is not looking healthy going through Radeon. going over the curbs there, not having a great time. Should be the time to switch up the qualifying session. We've passed the halfway point in this session, so all the pros will pull into the pit lane, and then the amateurs and the pro-am half will take to the rest of the grid. Right now, it leads Oliver Sogren in first place. Cooper Atherton, Mike Bowen, Neil Kerbel, Philip Suazo, Mitch Nyardi, Kyle Hirsch, Daniel Hirsch, Norris Yu, and Bradley Cooper for your top 10. And we've got the rest of the drivers coming out. Russell Stanford, Tyler Morgan, Wes Romery, Buggy Watt, Senior Tarugo, John Malat, Nelson Hernandez, Kevin Palaniuk, Sean Ches, Don Fossman, Ricky Bobby, Brad Smith, and Jay Paisa being the 30 drivers on this grid tonight. One of the things I love about the DRL is that everybody's got something to race for here tonight. Everybody's got points that they want to grab. So all the drivers are pretty much still in it to win it. I think we started off with 34 drivers and we've only lost 4 or so since we started this championship series, which makes it very, very, very exciting. One of the things I love about the DRL is we've got a packed grid. We're going to see action everywhere we look, and we'll even see action in qualifying here as John Malott got close to Team Bluey, and I believe that would be Kevin Palaniuk driving the blue car. Here comes Tyler Morgan from Brundle Racing, getting it up the hill and through Radion very neatly, driving the AMR Vantage. The Aston Martin Vantage GT3 pushing 4-liter V8 twin turbo with 500 horsepower. Got some good braking performance, balance handling, and aerodynamics as well. That should make it well suited for a track like Spa. Only 6.5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session. The drivers will have to get to shaking and baking if they want to get their lap times in. You can see the grid of cars lined up behind Tyler Morgan. It looks like he was the first person out of the pit stall. He might be one of the only drivers on a valid lap right now, as a lot of them seem like they invalidated. I see a lot of blue dots on the map right now. That's right, shake it before you bake it. That's the mentality to have. Russell Stanford, Tyler Morgan, Wes Romery, Buggy Watt, Senior Tarugo, John Malott, Nelson Hernandez, Kevin Palaniuk, Sean Ches, Don Fossman, Ricky Bobby, Brad Smith, and Jay Paisa out there trying to do their best performance possible. Everybody else who set a lap time is in the pit lane right now. You can see the top 17 hanging out in the pits right now. Tyler Morgan getting to the line. What does he have in his pocket? Anything? Is he on a valid one? Tyler Morgan sets a 222.4, gets bumped back by Wes Romery with a 221, gets bumped back by Russell Stanford with a 220.9. Valid laps for all of them. Tarugo goes forward with a 220.5, gets bumped back by his teammate Palaniuk with a 220.155. Palaniuk, Tarugo, Russell Stanford, Wes Romery, Tyler Morgan. That's the order right now. Tyler Morgan, John Malott, Jay Paisa, Buggy Watt, and Nelson Hernandez, and Enrique Babe. Those are all the drivers here tonight, all 30 of them doing fantastic things here at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. The Spa-Francorchamps circuit is 4.3 miles long, founded in 1921. The current layout from 2022. That's actually probably not correct. I believe the current layout's from 2020. Well, I guess it is 2022, isn't it now? Feel like those changes were made just yesteryear to Arouge and Raidillon, but the MotoGP layout being added in, obviously. 19 corners, 9 to the right, 10 to the left, 337 feet or 103 meters of elevation change. Got a 6.65 long straight here, and that'll be the Kemmel straight, obviously. Coming through Speaker's Corner right now is Nelson Hernandez, and on through Pouhon. The Pooh, as we call it. Let's see what Nelson Hernandez can produce this go-around. His last lap, he was able to produce a 225.955, but he's going a little bit slower through one of those sectors that he was before. That'll be hurting his cause by quite a bit. Wes Romery out here to improve by a second right now. He's about 3/4 of the way through the track. Wes Romery gets his way to the line, promotes himself up into 16th position for the 444. Doing a great job of driving that one forward. He did well last week at the Nürburgring circuit, and the Spa-Francorchamps circuit is doing him favors as well. Leading the class right now in his division, Wes Romery is mixed up with the pros and the pro-ams right now, beating out Eric Gakassian, Jason Hayes, Kevin Palaniuk, Tarugo, and Russell Stanford. Absolutely, let's go Wes. He's doing a great job driving this one forward tonight. On board right now with Buggy Watt, switching over to a different camera point of view of him. Buggy Watt coming through No Name Speaker's Corner right now and on his way through Pouhon. Buggy Watt's last lap time was a 226.4. His best lap time being a 224.1 right now on the clock. What's up, Eric? Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate the love and support, everybody. Make sure you get your guys' channel points redemptions in. 1 minute left in this qualifying session. Some of these drivers will make to the line for the last time. Some of them will get +1 at this rate. Wes Romery leads the charge over Eric Gakassian and Jason Hayes. Palaniuk is still out there looking to improve. He's got a half-second gain in his pocket, but Wes Romery is out there to improve as well by a couple tenths. Won't be enough to bump him up in front of Kellen Palaniuk, just jumps ahead into 15th place in front of Grant Zahara with a 219.762. Sean Ches coming through Pouhon. Kevin Palaniuk, the driver of the day right now for Team Bluey. Second in his class and position overall. stuck behind Bradley Cooper, the alien himself, who is in 10th place right now. Or, excuse me, Shooter McGavin, who's in 11th place right now, with a 2:18.800. Explain No Name Corner. Do I know? I can know. The corner was formerly known by drivers either as Speaker's Corner because the circuit's public address announcer could see the cars for the first time after the cars disappeared into the forest past Radion, or simply the corner with no name. Turn 11 is a medium speed left turn with a slightly downward gradient. It's important to corner because it's followed by a decent straightaway. Just a corner that had no name until the drivers named it Speaker's Corner. I knew why it was called Speaker's Corner. I didn't know why it was called No Name. I didn't realize it was that quick of an explanation. Kevin Palaniuk for Team Bluey. Let's see if he's out here to improve right now. He's got 1.2 in his pocket right now. If he's got this 1 second gap, he jumps into the top 10. Kevin Palaniuk gets into the line for the final time with a 2:18.6 right behind his teammate. Amazing. Palaniuk has leapfrogged all of the drivers. Amazing work from Kevin Palaniuk to leapfrog Shooter McGavin at a track like Spa-Francorchamps. Quick 4-minute delay. We're going to run one of the ads right now, so we don't have as many for the race. Stand by, everybody. Okay. Thank you for the follow, NG Cynic. Sorry you have to be showing up right when I'm running an ad. But for those of you that are still here with me, we're going to do a livery showcase here in just a moment. Drivers are all formed up, ready for this short, very short formation lap here at the DRL. And we're back from our ad break. Thank you very much, everybody. We're back ready for this action, ready to get going, and let's start the grid walk down right now. In P1, we have Oliver Sogren with a 2:17.2 to his name in the number 38 car, holding down first place. In second place, 4/10 back, we have Neil Kerbel in the number 395 Nissan GTR. Cooper Atherton in a McLaren 720 for the 720S is in third place. Mike Bowen also driving a 720S for the 720S Evo Team 119. Philip Suazo in the number 213. He is in fifth place right now. Mitch Nyardi in the number 32. He's in sixth place. Kyle Hirsch driving a Lamborghini for the Skidmark team, and he's in seventh place right now, right next to his brother Daniel Hirsch in eighth place in the number 48, 1.3 off the pace right now. Norris Yu in the 530 720S, he is in ninth place. Kevin Palaniuk driving the first 296 Ferrari, he's in 10th place in the number 19. Bradley Cooper, the Nissan GTR teammate of Neil Kerbel, in the number 91. Shooter McGavin in the number 69. Nice. In 12th place right now. Joshua Rodriguez in the number 93 is in 13th place right now. Spencer Braun, the number 7 Porsche, is in 14th place, the first of the Porsches. Frank Castle in the Ford Mustang, number 5, he's in 15th place with a Canadian flag. Grant Zahara, the number 23 Ford Mustang, is in 16th place. Senior Tarugo, the number 8 car, is in 17th place. Wes Romery, the 444, is in 18th place right now, representing the USA. Eric the Bosca Kassian, he's in the number 55 in 19th position. Jason Hayes, the number 21 BMW, he's in 20th position. Russell Stanford, the number 20 car, is in 21st, 3.2 off the pace from the United States. Jay Paisa, the Canadian, in the number 135 in the lone Audi, is in 22nd place. Brad Smith from Australia is in the number 74 in 23rd position. Don Fossman, not Fastman, he's Fossman, and the number 11 is in 24th position. Tyler Morgan is in the number 72 in 25th position. John Malott is in the number 85 in the number 26 spot. Sean Chez is in 16 McLaren, and he's in the 27th slot. Buggy Watt, the number 410, is in the 28th spot. Ricky Bobby, the number 26, is in 29th, driving an AMR Vantage. Nelson Hernandez, the last in the Mustangs, but last but not least, is in 30th spot in the number 3. And that'll do it here for us at the DRL Livery Showcase time. It's time for the drivers to hit the grid and show us what they're made out of. Watching Neil Kerbel on the outside of La Source right now. Don't get too excited because we still have a ways to go before the race gets started. And some drivers might not make it all the way around the corner before they get greened. They all do make it around La Source before they get to the start-finish straight. Here it is, the starting line. Green. Away we go. The green lights have been illuminated. Sogren leads by a mile right now over Neil Kerbel, and there's a beautiful shot of the cars coming up the hill, and it looks like Norris Yu was involved in an accident. He's falling down the order. No, that was Nayardi falling down the order, going through turn 1, and they're 3x2 in the background. You could see them all squabbling for position, coming down the Kemmel straight right now. Neil Kerbel in second place, behind Oliver Sogren, Cooper Atherton, Mike Bowen, Philip Suazo, Kyle Hirsch, Bradley Cooper, Kevin Palahniuk falling down the order right now. What happened to Palahniuk is he's off through the Kemmel curves. And through Malmedy, he rejoins the track in a neat and orderly fashion. Take a look at all of these battles very quickly. Sogren, Neil Kerbel, Cooper Atherton, Mike Bowen, Philip Suazo, Kyle Hirsch, Bradley Cooper, Spencer Braun, Joshua Rodriguez, and Shooter McGavin. There's your top 10 right now. Couple of incidences up and down the grid. Nelson Hernandez involved with one with Bradley Smith. But Nelson Hernandez has gained quite a few positions off of the start right now. Nelson Hernandez has gained 11 positions off of the start. The biggest gainer right now, the biggest loser, is Mitch Nayardi, who lost 12 positions off the break, started in 6th, now down into 18th position. That car is going to have some serious damage to it. Mike Bowen chasing down Cooper Atherton, looking for a podium right now. He's got to look for it sooner rather than later with the pace that Cooper Atherton was able to produce in qualifying. I'm not sure Mike Bowen will have a second opportunity other than laps 1 or 2, unless you go for a sneaky pit stop strategy here at Spa-Francorchamps. But with a track so long and a pit that's so long, you might get stuck back behind traffic again if you decide to pit too early. I suspect some drivers will be trying to go as long as they can or split the race in half. You got two strategies that are available to you. Here goes Eric Kakasian up the inside of Jay Paisa at La Source, is able to get a move secured. Paisa backs out of it, leaves plenty of room on the inside for Eric Kakasian, and Kakasian is able to go back through really quickly. Let's check out Daniel Hirsch chasing down Kevin Palaniuk, trying to get back in touch with the rest of his class. And there's that Mercedes, who is not doing so great through Radion, but the car seems pretty stable right now, chasing down a guy like Kevin Palaniuk and Frank Castle out in front. Joshua Rodriguez trying to do some sneaky moves right now to Spencer Braun up the inside, makes a look, doesn't act on it through Lacombe, and through Piff Paff, everything is neat and tidy for these drivers. Single file line, the lights are getting turned on here at Spa-Francorchamps. It's 10:08 p.m. The track temperature is 20. The ambient temperature is also 20 degrees Celsius, and the track has become optimum for them. Let's look at Mike Bowen again, chasing down Cooper Atherton. Hold on, no, we got to watch Kevin Palaniuk try to get around Frank Castle here. And there's Daniel Hirsch lurking around in the background. Half a second gap now from Frank Castle to Kevin Palaniuk. Daniel Hirsch is about 3/10 back on that action. Wes Romery, Eric Kakasian, and Wes Romery going after it right now. Up the inside goes Eric Kakasian, gets the move done on Wes Romery. That's 14th position for him. Back to the battle with Mike Bowen and Cooper Atherton. Oh, Frank Castle having an incident going off. Let's see if we can get a quick replay of what happened to the number 5. Was he pushed or did he jump all on his own? Having a bit of a wiggle, it looks like. Oh, that was self-inflicted damage. Oh, no. That was self-inflicted coming through the double right-hander, it looks like. Looks like Cooper Atherton had something happen to him. The number 4 car, the number 720 car. Having a moment there at La Source, now 1.9 away from Mike Bowen, but nothing popping up for an incident for me. Now Philip Suazo is chasing down Cooper Atherton. He's 4/10 adrift right now. Up the inside, looks Suazo not really going to go for a move though. And Cooper Atherton is wiggling and squirming all over the place. Let's go back to Bradley Cooper chasing down Kyle Hirsch. 7th and 6th position overall. This is a battle for position in their class. Bradley Cooper is looking towards the inside of Bruxelles. Doesn't really go for a move just yet. Just keeps on taunting that car of Kyle Hirsch out in front in that Lambo. Midwest FPS, welcome to the action, buddy. Thank you very much for joining us yet again and being a dedicated watcher of the Real Highs channel. Lots of action everywhere we look. That's absolutely right, DRL. Look at Tarugo battling it out with Buggy Watt. He was less than 4/10 adrift at one point, but now he's coming back and forth, chasing down a guy like Buggy Watt. And Tarugo's on a bit of a recovery drive right now. Almost runs to the back of Buggy Watt there. But narrowly avoids death and carnage. Norris Yu also on a recovery drive. Nayardi on a recovery drive. Hirsch is down 4. Palaniuk's only down 1 right now, but somewhat expected. Fastest lap of the race just getting set by Mike Bowen. Actually tying Oliver Sogren for the fastest lap of the race. A 2:17.752, identical lap time set on identical laps. Daniel Hirsch chasing down Kevin Palaniuk of Team Bluey. Bluey having a bit of a wiggle there coming through Radion, it looks like. Hirsch is trying to go through, get something set up for the end of the Kemmel Straight. Does he look to the inside? He does look to the inside, but will he be later on the brakes? No, not late enough. Palaniuk leaves an arm length on the inside. Enough for Kyle Hirsch, Daniel Hirsch to try to get through, but it's not quite enough room there. And this is all bunching them up behind in front of Frank Castle. Spa-Francorchamps is going to have a great set of action. I love this track. It produces some of the best racing I've ever seen. Midwest FPS, thank you very much. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you very much, brother. I hope you have a great rest and a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at. Thank you very much for being here. Positions gained right now. Daniel Hirsch is down 4 overall. Kyle Hirsch is up 1 position. Making a look at Team Bluey up the inside again, but can't find the daylight between the mayo and the mustard. And this is bunching them up back towards Eric Gakosian. Let's take a look at the lap times right now. So Hirsch just set a 2:20. Oh, here we go. There's a move now around the outside. This is not where you want to go side by side. Through turn 16 we go, though. And gets touched in the rear end by Palaniuk and into the wall at Blanchimont. We're going to have to see a replay of that for the number 48. Take a look at that from the Helicam. Let's see if he was pushed or if he jumped all on his own. Oh, there might have just been the tiniest of touches there. And it looks like Daniel Hirsch is falling down the order now in 18th position, going to the pit lane. Even 35 minutes left on the clock. Let's look at Joshua Rodriguez, 1/10 back from Spencer Braun, going up the hill right now. AMR Vantage chasing down Spencer Braun. Extapper got crashed out. That wasn't happened in a while. Oh man, that sucks, brother. Spencer Braun, Joshua Rodriguez, Bradley Cooper. Hayes, hello, Jason Hayes, welcome. Oh no, and there goes Joshua Rodriguez with a tank slapper off and into the wall, all on his own, it looks like. Just coming out on the entrance to Bruxelles after Piff Paff. Not the way we wanted that battle to end, not at all. Mike Bowen still chasing down Neil Kerbel after he's able to get around Cooper Atherton after that big wiggle he had. 8/10 separating them. Oh, Nyardi having an incident now, tumbling down the order. Let's see if we can get an interview, or let's see if we can see what happened to the number 32 here. Looking like we're going through Bruxelles right now and on our way to Speaker's Corner, or No Name Corner. Oh, just too much curb on entry, way too much curb on entry. Lights up the rear end to get out of the track way. He does a good job. Mike Bowen actually passes Neil Kerbel through the straight of Bruxelles. Can we get a 30 for 30 on this one? This is how Mike Bowen inherited second place of this race right now, going side by side. Now he's fully alongside and through before Bruxelles. Through Blanchimont, excuse me. And he's fully through, doing a great job of that one. There's a little bit of collision right now between the 119 and the 395. We'll get another replay of that in just a second. They touched there for just a moment. Where was it? Was it La Source? It looks like it might have been La Source. Neil Kerbel looking like he's posturing for a move on the inside of La Source right now, trying to outbrake Bowen. And there he goes. Just touched him just a little too much there, as Bowen was hard on the brakes and didn't turn in quite when he thought. Spencer Braun 3/10 away from Bradley Cooper. Palaniuk, although getting passed by Eric Gagosian. Frank Castle now trying to do some work as well, side by side through Malmedy. Wowza, Eric Gagosian round the outside, does a great job. Now Frank Castle's going to try to do the same thing. Palaniuk squeezing Castle to the outside curb exit line there and holds onto the inside of Bruxelles. And now through Speaker No Name corner, it looks like he still manages to hold on to one more position. Kevin Palaniuk down into 12th position overall. Spencer Braun chasing down Bradley Cooper, though. Norris Yu chasing down Russell Stanford, Frank Castle, Kevin Palaniuk, Spencer Braun, Bradley Cooper. We've got action everywhere I look on the timing tower. .5 separating Mike Bowen from Neil Kerbel right now. I'm still keeping an eye on positions 2 and 3 overall. Let's take a look back at Frank Castle and Kevin Palaniuk to see if he can close down the gap. Palaniuk's closing down to Eric Gagosian, though. 220.2 to 220.1. That's Frank Castle to Kevin Palaniuk's lap times right now. Beautiful onboard shot of the sunset here at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. And can he get through on Palaniuk before we get to Blanchimont? It looks like he won't get fully alongside. He will not. Has to back out just a little bit there. Now on the entrance to the bus stop chicane. Everything is single file line for these three drivers. Norris Yu, Russell Stanford. Norris Yu is trying to do a switchback at the entrance of the bus stop chicane, returns to the optimal line. The two McLarens are nose to tail right now. Russell Stanford leads Norris Yu by just a couple hundredths. On board with Bradley Cooper, looking back at Spencer Braun of Braun GP. Coming up through Radion, the Porsche may have taken an invalid line there. Porsche just can't keep up with the GTR in a straight line. You hear that turbo spooling up for the Monster Torque GTR on a huge defensive line, and he's doing a great job. But there goes, Braun GP up the inside. Can he hold on around the outside? He sure can. He goes all the way out to the exit curbing through Malmedy, and now he's going to have the outside line through Bruxelles. It's not really the optimal line, trying to pinch Bradley Cooper on the inside. Cooper's having none of that. A little bit of a hip check between the drivers, but no love lost between them, that's for sure. Just trying to find the next battle out on track. I think this is going to be the one we're going to stick with for some time now. Whoa, no! Spencer Braun having a bit of a moment trying to avoid a collision and then gets involved in one of his own. We're going to have to take a recap and see what happened to the number 7 and the 91 really quickly. Take a helicam look at this one. What happened to the GTR to lose his grip there? Coming into the double right-hander. He just drifts a little wide. Spencer Braun bumps his rump there, and then trying to return the optimal line. There was just another car that existed there, the AMR Vantage, and that'll be the end of that battle, unfortunately. The Braun GP car having to come to the pits to repair that damage. 28 minutes left to go in this race, everybody. Palaniuk, Eric Gagosian being the next battle. We're going to keep an eye out on track. 2.3, so 6-second gap from Oliver Sogren to Mike Bowen. Neil Kerbel 2.3, 2.6 back right now to Neil Kerbel. And 3.1 back to Cooper Atherton. Suazo's 3.6 off the pace right now. It looks like Frank Castle just yeeted it through Radion there in the background of this battle. Check out Norris Yu and Nelson Hernandez. There's Wes Romery going off. No, what happened to Wes? Yellow flag for the 444. There goes a caution, but no caution in passing rules here apparently. Norris Yu trying to go up the inside of the number 3 car, and he's through on Nelson Hernandez. Let's go back and watch the incident with the number 7 very quickly. I believe that would be... No, it's not Spencer Braun I'm looking for. I'm looking for Wes Romery, the 444. Quick recap of what happened here. Coming up through Radion, it looks like. Rouge, Radion, everything's okay, and just bottoms out over the curbs. No, and lights up those tires. Wow, he gets it spun around the right way just in the nick of time. The 444 doing a great job of avoiding any other cars out on track. Let's take a look back at Frank Castle and Kevin Palaniuk. Nyardi having another yellow flag moment, going a little bit slow, the number 32 right now. Here's a battle between the number 5 and the number 19, Kevin Palaniuk and Frank Castle. Grant Sahara now only 3/10 away from Mitch Nyardi. We'll keep an eye on this Palaniuk-Castle battle, and there goes Castle up the inside, finally having his opportunity to get through on Palaniuk. Cork in the bottle for him, finally unleashed. Frank Castle is through on Palaniuk for the first time all race long. Here goes Grant Sahara and Norris Yu. Switchback engaged. Wow. Trying to get over to the pit line, it looked like, for Nyardi as he's into the pit lane and almost having a contact there with Grant Sahara. Positions gained right now. Mike Bowen's gained 2 off of the break. Started in 4th, now into 2nd. Neil Kerbel's down 1. Cooper Atherton's down 1. It looks like Shooter McGavin's up 5. Joshua Rodriguez is up 5 positions as well. Eric Kakasian, let's take a look at Joshua Rodriguez as well right now, as he's going side by side with Shooter McGavin. Shooter McGavin gets a little touch there, a little hip check to boot. And it looks like around the outside goes Joshua Rodriguez and through on Shooter, but Shooter's not done with this one. Will he look back towards the inside at Pouan? I don't think so. This isn't a great overtaking spot because of how high speed it is and how much time you'll end up losing going side by side through Pouan. Battle with Russell Stanford and Nelson Hernandez keeps on brewing, though. The number 3 and the number 20 chasing each other down on track. Three-tenths of a gap now slinking away to 8/10 of a gap as they got through campus and into Stavlot now. Number 32 of Nyardi is still in the pit lanes right now. Number 38, the leader, just crossed the start-finish line, it looks like, coming up the hill and down the Kemmel Straight. Things are finally settling down. The drivers are all scattered about left, right, and center. This is where the number 38 is going to have to start determining if they want to take a pit stop or not. Nelson Hernandez goes a little deep and wide at the bus stop chicane. Russell Stanford is able to gain that position. He goes right on through. Incident between the number 7 and the 72. They're both stopped out on track right now. See if we can get a quick look at what happened here for the incident. Here's the number 72 of Tyler Morgan now coming through Speaker's no-name corner, just bumping over that curb there. And then the number, Spencer Braun cannot catch a break tonight. Oh no, and there goes another car. Oh no. Braun GP, Noah Nyardi can catch a break tonight, it looks like. Eric Kakasian chasing down Shooter McGavin up the inside at the Fagnes. And in through Campus, nose to tail. Lots of the people ignored my stop sign, says Nayardi. Oh no. Oh no. John Malott running in 25th position right now in the Bonsai car. Here comes Mike Bowen, the second place car right now. Cooper Atherton into the pits, Suazo in the pits, Rodriguez, Shooter McGavin, Eric Akasian all into the pits right now. Frank Castle will inherit some positions right now, but not too many to stay with him, I don't believe. And now we'll find out what the driver's pit stop strategies are really all looking like. 21.5 minutes left in this race, splitting it down the middle for some of these guys. Staying out for some others like Sogren, Mike Bowen, Neil Kerbel, Kyle Hirsch, and Frank Castle. I think staying out might be the best strategy at this rate with everybody taking their pit stop strategies now. Number 38 has a while to go before he catches up to the number 7 of Spencer Braun. And that will be a lap car with blue flags, so he should get the respect he deserves and get around them with relative ease. All the gaps have separated now as half the drivers are in the pit lane right now. And this will be interesting when they all start to come out. They'll be bunched up like no other's business. Cooper Atherton's on his way out right now, 32 stationary. So that'll be a tire change for him. Suazo's got the same thing, 32 stationary. It looks like Brad Smith took a 72-second stop with no change whatsoever. Is that correct? That can't be correct. He still has to serve one pit stop, it looks like. Shooter McGavin now chasing down Eric the Boss Gakasian, both of them serving their pit stops with almost identical times right now, but Eric Gakasian with a 2 seconds slower, or faster I should say, pit stop time, so he is out in front of Shooter McGavin now. Shooter McGavin looking to the inside, out of the exit of Malmedy, the 69, trying to make a move on the number 55, but can't do quite enough work right there. Nelson Hernandez and Russell Stanford getting awfully familiar with each other, 36.7 to a 35.7. Nelson Hernandez trails the Russell Stanford car. Brad Smith and Cooper Atherton, they just inverted positions very briefly. Both of them with pit stops to their name, except for Brad Smith still has to take his, it looks like. Possibly so. It says that he's gone through the pit lane with a 72.2 transient, but he did not stop. Bradley Smith is now into the pit lane serving this one. So maybe it's just a graphical error. Sogren takes his pit stop and serves at 32.1 stationary, so tires all around for most drivers, it looks like. Seems like the sane thing to do here at a track like Spa-Francorchamps, where you're just pushing the tires absolutely brutally through corners like No Name, Pouhon, Raidillon. Left side tires are getting a heavy amount of abuse. Frank Castle's coming out of the pits. Palaniuk is coming out of the pits as well. Norris Yu, Wes Romery, Brad Smith, and Jay Paisa all in the pits right now. Joshua Rodriguez chasing down Shooter McGavin and Eric the Boss Gakassian. This is the battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th right now. Joshua Rodriguez not content with 10th position, chasing down Shooter McGavin in that number 69. He's only a couple tenths away coming out of Speaker's Corner right now. Poulan's definitely not the place to go, but the AMR Vantage 4-liter V8 twin turbo. Ooh, getting really close to Shooter McGavin right now. Coming through the Fagnus and into towards campus now. There it is, a little bit of a touch into the rear end of Shooter McGavin and through Corpus Fall Ferrer. And they're side by side right now, coming on their way into Blanchimont. And there it is, turn 16. He's through, it looks like, and into Blanchimont. Joshua Rodriguez has got the move done. Bradley Cooper, the last of the pit stoppers, it looks like. Everybody else has taken theirs, it seems. 15 minutes left on the clock, folks. We're almost concluded with this epic race. Eric Gakassian leading Joshua Rodriguez now and Shooter McGavin. 2:20 being Eric Gakassian's last lap, and Joshua Rodriguez is about 1.3 behind with a half-second time faster. And that included the battle with Shooter McGavin. So I see that Joshua Rodriguez will catch up to Eric Gakassian in just a couple laps' time. Championship standings right now, Neil Kerbel over Mike Bowen and Oliver Sogren, the top three in the pro category. Shooter McGavin, Evans Vogue, and Kevin Palaniuk, the top three in the pro am category right now. 174, 156, and 128 to their name. In the amateur category, it's Bradley Smith, Nelson Hernandez, and Wes Romery. Nelson Hernandez might make the switch to be the championship leader, and Wes Romery in second place after this race. $36 points for P1, 30 points for P2, 25 for P3. Going down, it's 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Battle between Daniel Hirsch and Buggy Watt, it looks like. Buggy Watt getting the worst for wear right now as he gets a little touch there from Daniel Hirsch. Number 19th spot right now, but he's battling in the pro division. Buggy Watt, the third place in the amateurs. Castle and Hirsch back into the pits. It looks like, yes, Kyle Hirsch has taken 2 pit stops. He had damage earlier on in the race that he needed to get repaired. And then Frank Castle into the pits for the second time as well. What happened to the number 5? Oh, stop go. Cleared for the number 5. That's what it was. Stop go 30 for Frank Castle, potentially speeding in the pits. Dog 9836 got disconnected. That is Sag. Daniel Hirsch, Buggy Watt to the inside of Blanchimont, able to go through. Buggy Watt has to back out to that. Daniel Hirsch going through, and then there is Sir Tarugo, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not Tarugo. Who is that? That's Brad Smith. Oh, it looks like Buggy Watt goes a little bit deep there at the bus stop chicane and boxes out the number 74. Grant Sahara, 2/10 back from Sean Ches, looking at the inside line at Lacombe, not going for a move just yet. Getting set up through Piff Paff, though. Backs out of that one for sure, and now trying to get a run out of Malmedy. Don't think he'll have enough gas in the tank to get it there in time at Bruxelles. Brad Smith trying to get around Buggy Watt one more time. Up the inside line at Radion. That's a dangerous move, but he gets it done cleanly. No incidents there between the two drivers. And he's done and dusted there. Down the Kemmel Straight and in towards Lacombe. It looks like Buggy Watt's trying to snap back. Might go a little too deep there. He is a little too deep as he goes through Piff Paff and Malmedy. Grant Sahara up the inside line of Sean Ches. Trying to do sneaky and dangerous things at the entrance of Corpus Paul Ferrer, but not going for it. Turn 16, single file line into Blanchimont, single file line for these two drivers, but it's not going to be the same coming into the bus stop chicane right now. Up the inside, that's a big late braking move, and he is able to get it planted. Grant Sahara with a great overtake going into the bus stop chicane. What an amazing move out of Grant Sahara. Late on the brakes, says Daniel Ricciardo, and he sure was. Oliver Sogren leads Mike Bowen and Neil Kerbel 1-2-3 right now. Cooper Atherton in 4th place, Philip Suazo in 5th, Eric Acostian in 6th, Joshua Rodriguez. Here goes a move from Mike Bowen getting around a lap car. And that'll be Tarugo, he's just got by. Joshua Rodriguez in 7th position, Shooter McGavin in 8th, Spencer Braun in 9th, Kevin Palaniuk in 10th, Norris Yu, Russell Stanford, Nelson Hernandez, Wes Romery, Grant Sahara, Sean Ches, Bradley Cooper. Let's check out Kyle Hirsch right now as he's about 4/10 away from a guy like Buggy Watt. Oh, what a switchback there at Pouon. Returning to the optimal line goes Kyle Hirsch right at the entrance to Pouon. Switchback engage, getting around Buggy Watt on the inside line, but Buggy Watt is not there to F Spiders. He's there to get positions himself. 4th place in this class right now. And that looks like Oliver Sogren's watching and lurking in the background, the race leader right now. Kevin Palaniuk just got passed by Norris Yu, seemingly like he was standing still. Nothing to report there for the 530 and the number 19, unfortunately. Oh no, Wes Romery again at Radion. No, for the 444. See what happened to him one more time. Bottoms out, going over the curb again. Just taking too much of it. Gets a tank slapper, spun around, and that'll be it for Wes. Wes Romery is still in second place for his class right now, but he's about 20 seconds ahead of Bradley Smith, who's on the charge. And that car of Wes Romery's got to have some significant damage right now. Let's get on board with the helmet cam, see if that car is tracking straight. It's mostly straight right now as he wiggles the wheel to check out how much aero he's got remaining. He's going a little bit more carefully through the Fagnas. And Mike Bowen flashy at the headlights as he gets through another lap car. Getting around Buggy Watt with relative ease. Kevin Palaniuk into the pit lane right now to serve a drive-through penalty, it looks like. Unfortunate race for Palaniuk on the rear wing of Mike Bowen as he leaves Buggy Watt in his trails. Mostly settled down right now. Drive-through serve for Palaniuk completed. Drive-through serve for Brad Smith as well. Drive-through Smith serve for Jay Paisa. Drive-through serve for Don Fossman. Drive-through serve for John Malott also. 2 drive-throughs for John Malott, excuse me. Josh Rodriguez, Eric Gagosian chasing down what looks like... who would that be? That would be... not Nelson Hernandez. That would be... John Malott. Yes, that is John Malott that they just got around, the Banzai car. Oh, I love the sparks flying out from the undercarriages of these cars as they come through Radion flat out. That's not your favorite part about Spa. I don't know what could possibly be. Let's check out another battle. This is Frank going against Jay Paisa up the inside line of Corpus Paul Ferrer. And now going through turn 16 side by side. This might end in tears right now as they enter Blanchimont. It looks like they're all clean. As Paisa goes a little bit deep and wide, and Frank Castle's going to have a run at him towards the bus stop chicane, but they got Buggy Watt to contend with for position overall. Buggy Watt into the pits right now. Frank Castle, Jay Paisa side by side for just a moment there, entering the bus stop chicane. Frank Castle late on the brakes, it looks like, coming into La Source. Wow, only 2 minutes left in this race. Boy, has time flown by. Frank Castle chasing down Jay Paisa for potentially just this last time. There we go, side by side, coming down the Kemmel Straight. He might have dipped out of the slipstream a little too soon, though. Completely side by side, and it looks like Frank Castle might be through. No, Jay Paisa's still there existing, and Frank Castle's able to do a little bit of a drift, loses track position, and now tries to go back through and defend his position, and that'll be the car of Cooper Atherton trying to make his way through the blue flag cars, battling it out. Cooper Atherton snapping right back, getting around Jay Paisa very well, and letting this battle resume between the 35 and the 135. The lone Audi on the grid compared to the Mustang. Buggy Watt on his way out of pit lane right now. Go on board with Frank Castle, get a look at what he's doing with his wheel. A little bit of off throttle there for Frank Castle. You heard it here. Now let's go to a helicam to see how this one all plays out between Frank Castle and Paisa. There's Frank Castle on the inside line of turn 16. Leader has finished the race, actually. Oliver Sogren didn't make it to the line in time, it looks like. This will be the last lap for all the drivers. This will be the last lap battle for these two. Up the inside line, really late on the brakes for Frank Castle. Paisa's going to have to go back through for sure. Frank Castle rejoins the track, going the wrong way through the chicane, and holds on to that position for just one more day, but had to go for a last-minute lunge. Oliver Sogren, Mike Bowen, Neil Kerbel, Cooper Atherton, Philip Suazo. There's your top five. Eric Akasian getting chased down by Joshua Rodriguez, getting to the line. Eric Akasian taking 6th place. Rodriguez taking 7th place. Shooter McGavin's going to cross the line in 8th place. Right next to Spencer Braun, the number 7 is in 9th place. The 530 of Norris Yu crosses the line in the top 10. Russell Stanford chasing down Buggy Watt. Crossed the line for the final time. Also, Stanford gets to the line. The number 20 in P11, Nelson Hernandez, the first in his class, will cross the line, and he will get a 12th place finish for him. Grant Sahara, Sean Ches, Bradley Cooper. There's your top 15. Wes Romery not having the best race, but still second in his class right now. It's 444 in 16th position overall. Kevin Palaniuk getting past Daniel Hirsch through the final sector, it looks like. What's wrong with Daniel Hirsch? Nothing wrong there. The 19th and 18th position. 18th, 19th position Then we have 20th for Jay Pisa, Frank Castle, Buggy Watt, Tarugo, Brad Smith, Don Fossman, and John Malott. Pull up the replays and we'll start our interviews in just a second. It's supposed to play I'm Gonna Touch the Butt from Finding Nemo, dog. I will double check to make sure that that works. Thank you for letting me know at least. Should be people in the green room ready to go. Okay, we do have people in the green room ready to go. Let's pull in Nelson Hernandez first. Nelson Hernandez, hello.
How you doing, Dagger?
I'm living the dream, brother. How are you doing? A wonderful P1 finish for you in your class, huh?
Oh man, did not expect that.
What do you mean you didn't expect it? That's a whole lot of blasphemy in my eyes.
No, man. I mean, my lap wasn't good. I didn't think that I was gonna actually be first in this track. You know?
Oh man, you had the pace, but more importantly, you had the consistency. Talk to us a little bit about your race. How many overtakes did you have to do to get there?
Pretty much, I just decided to stay consistent. I told myself, you know what, stay consistent. I know my fast time is not the best, but as long as if I stay consistent, I should hopefully make some, make some position. And starting in last place, it ended up working out for me because a couple people spawned out on the first before we even completed the first lap, so it ended up helping me out in the long run.
Brother, I'll answer it for you. You made up 18 positions. You started at the back of the grid in P30, made your way up to P12. What an amazing race that you ended up having. That consistency really paid off, man.
Oh, I am so... I'm taken by my words. I can't even explain it. It's like...
You're elated, man. That's all there is to say.
That's it, made it. I made it.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting it, but I'm just grateful I did.
Awesome, brother. Well, congratulations for you in the championship as well. I think you've gained P1 handily right now, as Smith was unable to join us tonight, so I believe you are now in the lead.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes, sir.
I thought he was racing. Wasn't he racing, Smith?
Am I thinking of Am I thinking of the wrong person? Then hold on, let me double check. Brad Smith. Oh, Brad Smith was racing tonight. I think.
Yeah, he was there.
What happened?
Where did he finish? I'm not sure.
Yeah, where did he finish?
I don't know. He started, I think, in second position from his class, second place from his class. So I think he got caught up in the accident that happened.
Yeah.
When we started the lap, probably.
Brad Smith finished in 24th, yeah.
Oh, man.
But
I mean, I just want to say congrats to Romero, though. He was doing a great driving until those little mishap. But above that, though, I mean, Wes Murray, he was just, he was dominating, though.
He was doing a great job. Yeah, he was. He really was. Now we'll go talk to Wes in just a second. Thank you very much, Nelson Hernandez. Is there anybody that you want, anything else that you want to mention, or anybody you want to thank before I let you go?
Just I thank you, bro, because you be streaming this, and I love it, and just want to say thank you to the league for this opportunity to continue to do this with you guys, and I'm just looking forward to more racing.
Hell yeah! Thank you very much, Nelson Hernandez, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome, Saga. You have a wonderful day.
You too, brother. Let's grab the man. Let's talk to Wes Romery. Hello, Wes. Are you there?
What's up?
How are you feeling, man? We saw those couple of incidents that you had. Heartbreaking with the pace that you were able to produce.
It was unfortunate.
What was going on with the car through Radion? It just seems super inconsistent there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that it's that kind of corner. I don't know how it is so much in other cars, but at least in the AMG, like you have to hit it just right, and you have to kind of dance on it. You turn a little too early, and you're either going to spin or go off. And I think the second one, I was also a little bit nervous because I already got 2 or 3 track cut warnings.
Okay.
And so I think I lifted, and that upset the balance in some sort of way. So I don't know.
And it wasn't a car bottoming out thing then? Because I thought I saw your car bottoming out going over that curb. Like you said, it might have just been a car rotation thing as well. Turning in a little too much, trying to avoid that track limits violation. Could have been the end of your race one way or the other, right?
Yeah. I mean, it happens. I was having trouble with what's called Rouge and Radion throughout the week, so...
Too bad we can't race at Nords every single weekend, huh?
Right. I was honestly, I didn't have high hopes for this race. I was pretty frustrated throughout the week trying to drive it. I think Spa is my least favorite track.
Oh, really? Spa's one of my favorites.
At least in the AMG, it's my least favorite. Because the AMG just does not want to go. You have to be super patient with it through those the twisty bits.
And it looked like the Hirsch brother also was not having a great time with his car, just driving it around through a Rouge and Radion as well. Even in qualifying, he looked like he was not having a great time going up through the flat spot, there at the top of the hill. Yeah. So you're not the only one who is cursing the AMG.
Right. When we were, I think a couple times either he was passing me or lap traffic or something like that, but it seemed like I was sticking with him a lot more than I would normally. Just because, similar car, similar issues. Yep.
Similar car, similar issues, similar pace as well. You guys were doing really well tonight, and thank you very much for all the action. Is there anybody that you want to thank, or anybody that you want to, anything else that you want to mention before I let you go? And I think we're going to talk to Jay Paisa next, who finished third in class.
Yeah, just shouts out to Don. He didn't make this race, still out of town, but I think I beat his lap time, so.
All we need indeed. Right on, Wes. Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you for your production.
Oh, dude, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me, Wes. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Hey, take care, and I'll talk to you in a little bit, brother.
All right, see ya.
Let's grab Jay Paisa next. Jay Paisa, how are you doing, man?
Buenos dias.
Buenos noches, senor. P20th overall. I believe you were third in your class, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Awesome. Great race. And you had some hectic battles that you were showcasing for us here in your lonesome Audi R8. Talk to us a little bit about how you were navigating that Audi through a track like Spa-Francorchamps.
Well, the team gave me a really good car. Shout out to Audi Sport and Samantha Tan Racing. But yeah, no, had some good battles. We had to come back because we started with a drive-through. So today was just a recovery drive.
Well, you still managed to bring it home in third for yourself. Where does that place you in the championship? Probably into third, I would think, right behind Wes Romery still, and maybe even leapfrogging Bradley Smith in the championship, hopefully.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to go. I'm just super positive about the result. Hoping to carry that forward to next week.
Awesome. And next week we'll be at the track of Kyalami. So any worries there?
It's not really a track that Samantha Tan Racing has experience with, but no, we're really excited, and I think Audi's going to bring it for that race.
Right on. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to mention, part of your race, or anything we may have missed before I let you go and we talk to Shooter McGavin?
No, just shout out to you doing this broadcast, and let's get it.
Thank you, brother, and let's go get it next week as well. Thank you very much for enduring me and being here in the green room. I really appreciate all the love and support, man. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Buenos noches.
Buenos noches. And last but not least, let's talk to none other than Shooter McGavin. He's on screen right now, getting squirrely with Joshua Rodriguez coming through Blanchimont. Shooter McGavin, how'd you end up doing tonight?
Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, like, qualifying went okay. I don't think I could have got much more out of it. And then a few cars left the track pretty early on, including my competition, so I was able to kind of pull away from any Pro-Am drivers. And then, just had a couple of battles with some pro drivers, but didn't want to get in their way too much. They were spinning all over the place near me, so I better keep quiet and just let them pass if I need to, because I'm looking for a championship, man. I don't want to be messing around with these guys.
And clean and consistent for sure. Shooter McGavin, you've placed first in your class all but 2 races so far, obviously taking a DNS at round 5 here at the DRL Championship, but you're looking pretty solid right now, leading Evan Zvorg and Kevin Palaniuk by a hefty amount. Evan Zvorg not here tonight, unfortunately, so I believe you should have this championship almost locked away. Do you feel the same with your consistency?
Well, I like my consistency for sure. That's before you came along. I think you must be my lucky charm, because before you came along, I was the most inconsistent driver. I would be, I'd qualify well and then spin, crash or something. So, that's why I've still been in the Pro-Am division for so long. But yeah, it's with Zvorg not being around, I knew I needed to pick up a lot of points today, and I was hoping it was going to be the win, and it turned out to be. So, I'm pretty
and
happy
now
with
you
that.
have something to race for. That's the motivation. You have a race broadcast to put on. You have a show to put on for all of the Shooter McGavin fans. That's what's happening.
Right. Thanks to all the fans out there. Can't wait to go again next week.
So how do you feel about going into Kyalami next week?
Not a great track for me, but I think I missed the last race that we did there, or maybe it was the dark race. So but I think I lasted about 4 laps before dying. So y'all have to relearn it again. And hopefully it's good for me this time.
You got some fans in chat, Jog9836, saying that he's your number 1 fan.
Thanks, dog.
Oh, great job. No, great job. Great driving all around. Great to see you accomplishing so much here at the DRL. And do you feel like your skills are improving race after race, Shooter McGavin?
Yeah, I think so. I seem to be up there with the pros consistently, except for the last race. That's just one off. And then, so most of the time I'm kind of fighting with those guys, but usually I just leave them to it because I don't want to fight them too hard, because like I saw before with Braun and Rodriguez and Cooper in front of me, they all went off. So I know if you battle hard with them, then things can happen. So I usually just keep pretty quiet.
Well, that's just Nords. Nords is a one-off race anyways. Who cares about that place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah. It only comes but once a year, so for sure. I'm sure you're going to be doing fine going into Kyalami. It may take some time to relearn the track and get familiar with the circuit, but I'm sure you're going to be doing fine, and I'll see you up on the podium again next week's time, Shooter.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anybody that you want to thank or anything else that you want to add before I let you go?
Oh, it seemed like a bit of a chaos. I saw that when I was looking at the replay, that it looks like Grant didn't start properly, so it gave a whole bunch of penalties to a whole bunch of people. So I think that's what happened at the start when all those penalties came out. So unfortunate for those guys, but it looks like that might mess things up.
Oh man, unfortunate for some of the drivers to be caught out of position. I was wondering why so many people were caught with their pants down on the start, and that'll explain it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, right on, brother. Thank you so much, and I'll be catching up with you guys shortly in the ACC lobby. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, and have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Take care, brother. And now that is going to wrap up everything for us here at the DRL train, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for standing by. Thank you very much for bearing with me, showing me your love and support. Dog, have a wonderful evening. I know that a couple people are probably asleep. Midwest FPS is probably asleep. Degenerate Racing League, NIRADS, thank you very much for being here. Everybody, thank you very much for all the entertainment you guys are able to provide in the chat as well. Really appreciate all the love and support. And please, as always, remember to stay safe. Have a good night. Bye.